Get mine. Get yours, nigga, cause I'ma get mine. Today gon' be a good day. Jack gon' keep it playing from the Genesis. As I'm blowing dope, being broke, my only nemesis. Remember when it wasn't all good, I used to reminisce. Felt like I was going through hell with no deliverance. Niggas throwing salt in the game, condoning ignorance. But when it's really in you, not on you, we know the difference. Nigga ain't no willing and dealing, we really killing shit. My brother passed a shooter like Luka, he gave me 10 assists. Nigga, I was Dennis before you knew what a menace is. Now I just spread love to these bitches, ho, I'm a feminist. Where they running back to the dick, they think they Emmitt Smith. No real player gon' break it, that shit be imminent. Yeah. Nigga, we was trapping out the tenement. Niggas ain't hard, they just loud, them niggas impotent. Ain't in it for the glory, my life story is intricate. Don't crash out for the money and watch the niggas you get it with. I say it all, cause I'm past the point that I'ma play with y'all. And as the president, I'ma have to revoke your player call. Don't think the nigga ever was real, and he gon' stay a fraud. Don't think a nigga bluffing is not nothing to break them all. Saquon, ho, it's not nothing to shake them all. With no street clothes in my bed, ho, better take them all. Just get that cheese, breaking that bread, and I can stay involved. Wanna look sweet in my side seat, got to pay the cost.
I got dope and cheese, I'm smoking G's. While I was scaling dope and weed, y'all been yelling broken knees. You gon' do it, baby, do it, gotta hold and squeeze. For real, it's cold out here, one of you hoes gon' freeze. Rob the reverend, call a blessing, hold your nose, don't sneeze. Poop, nigga. Oops, nigga. Pull up in that big shit like I'm too big for that coupe, nigga. Too legit to quit, no, I'm just too legit for you, nigga. Twin Towers feel the power when we speaking, nigga. Cope like I was in the ghost with Tommy Egan, nigga. If your bitch looks suspicious, she probably creeping, nigga. If you heard the shit before, it's probably me, nigga. Don't ask me about no money, I'ma tell you, let me hold something. 60K and Debbie walking around like I don't owe nothing. So-and-so got shot up, I just act like I don't know nothing. I call love, but we make a hit and miss a home run. Clean up in the kitchen, we can't have no dirty dishes. Cause it's roaches outside and we cooking if they don't sniff it. Took a shot in the dark, I just went for this shit. Why I aim for the stars, go forward to get nothing. Somewhere there's a young nigga on the same thing. Suggested advice, I tell him do better. Baby mom pregnant, I was turning 18. Ain't even focused my mind to getting cheddar. So I quit this rap shit, quit chasing my dreams. Fuck it, get money off of hoes and the fiends. Fuck it, get money, then turn around, blow it. If I was my plug, man, I wouldn't even throw it. Maybe I would get money, you know it. Really had the city for some summers with the lows, yeah. Going down the wrong way, niggas getting smoked, yeah. I ain't even tell you about the times I was broke, yeah.
Black Air Force Energy.
Sure, in the right light now.
Ooh, ooh. Terrence, you ready?
Man, shit, let's go. Let's go.
All right, Terrence, look in the camera. This your first time here?
No, I coming back. I'm giving you an update. I think I came on here like 3 months ago, and I came on here on some humble, grown man, straightforward, integrity, moral shit, and people beat me up in the comments saying I gotta be gay. I should look for a man because I don't want a woman who wear makeup and fake hair and all this other shit. Here, tonight you caught me with 3 bourbons in. So I'm gonna give you the real brother perspective because I get tired when I come on here and I see our Black men and our demographic. I'm 51. I just had a birthday.
Okay. When was your birthday?
April 5th. I'm an Aries all day. Fire sign, we rule the world. Let's go. I done let my beard grow out. I ain't even shave my hair today. You can see the LeBron the whole time. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
But let me tell you something though.
UPS helped grow my business. Guys.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all.
Respectfully, and I'm going to say this respectfully before your audience out there, Kendra, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want you to take this the wrong way or the right way.
Hold on, real quick. Get into the middle of the camera.
I'm not in the middle. Right about
There
now.
you go. There you go. That's good. Okay.
Okay. So respectfully, and I've been Kevin Samuels before I even knew who Kevin Samuels was. Clean dress. I'm a 1974 baby. Earth, Wind, and Fire. All that. Cadillac driving, the whole nine. Go to work. Go to school. Educated. Come from a single family home, raised by strong women. Never knew who my father was. Wanted different my whole life. Was married. Got married twice. Met my first two wives on my first ship in the military. God will show me what it was. I was married for 20 years till my wife went to heaven. Got two beautiful daughters. Got my son out of wedlock. And here's the thing where I'm at 51. I'm a grown man who's lived a life, never wanted a woman, nothing more from love. But when I came on your show the first time, let me tell you something about me being a red man, something that light-skinned people go through their entire life.
Respect to the family. So what we're going to be looking at today is, this is a circumstance where Kendra has actually helped somebody find somebody, or more than one person. And this person is basically giving feedback on the results, but he also has some slight choice words for Kendra as well. Let's see how all of this unfolds. Much respect to you all. Let's go ahead and rock out. I digress. My mic is muted. Thank you all for tuning in.
I got thick alligator skin. You ain't gonna hurt my pride at all because we have our own battles. But these women and men on your page, oh, you don't like this because you got preference, you got morals, you got integrity. You want a woman of substance. I have had great many chats with women after that thing there. But let me tell you something what women do. They fizzle out because what women in our culture, what they don't want to do, they don't want to put so forth more so effort. I'm 51. Any woman on this demographic, they beat me up because I said, oh, how you want a woman who's in her 30s or 40s and that you want the...
Let me make sure that I definitely preference this, okay? The thoughts and views of whatever it is that I play are not my thoughts and views unless I say so. If I say that I agree, then you know what my thoughts are about whatever's being played. Other than that, I play videos because I like to gather information. I want to hear from all people, not just, one second, please, not just people that I like to hear from. I don't learn anything if I only listen to those who I like to hear from. If I only listen to what it is I want to hear, I will never receive what it is that I need because I was so focused on what I want. And at 42 going on 43, that's not conducive for my survival, mentally or physically or spiritually. Let's keep on rocking out. These are individual faults. Let's go.
The children to be graduating high school and everything else. Because what I'm not going to come into, and what most men ain't going to do when they come on your page and tell you, I ain't going to raise your problems. That you had babies with men that you shouldn't have babies with. Now you want great men to come in here and be a exception to clean up your mess. I'm going to tell you right now at 51 on what I'm not going to do. And I don't have to do. And men my age and our demographic, what we don't have to do.
I'm Max Verstappen.
What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
The Pinky and the Brain.
Let me tell you something. I went to the Happy Massage place day for $130. That lady rubbed me down for an hour and a half, gave me a happy tug ending. I'm good for the next 3, 4, 5 days.
Now, I will say, me, myself, I have a spa membership, and that's exactly what I go do. I go get massages. I don't know about the happy ending, but I just go get a massage professionally. And I will say, yeah, I can't even front. That price range in which he gave me, yeah, I definitely can see where he's coming from, at least bare minimum. I can see where he's coming from. I have a membership and I pay under $300 a month. It's close to it now, but it's under $300 a month. And I go there once a week. And it works out great. I mean, I actually really feel good. So a lot of times when I'm stressed, when I'm tense, you know, that's something that I treat myself to. You know, that the happy finish me off. That's let's just say that's for a later date. When a brother gets home. Let's rock out.
I bring in $8,500 a month. I could do that twice a week and be happy, and it's cheaper than dating a black woman. I ain't got to pay for hair, nails, deal.
Now, that's the part where it gets rocky for me when he says dating a black woman. I guess he's saying that in reference to maybe sisters is all he dates. But the fact is, women, period, Spanish women, all these other races are just as Americanized at this point as American women themselves. So the whole thing of trying to put like all of these big, you know, it's only sisters that demand these things. That's a lie. You ever seen a white divorce and how much that white woman wants from her husband? Like, we need to stop playing them games. Let's keep on going. Let's rock out.
Deal with your bills, deal with your kids, deal with your BS. And there's a lot of men in your life doing the same thing. You just don't know he doing it.
And so again, I encourage anybody to go find the episodes when I was talking about my boy PA Texas. He was down in the DR. You know, that place everybody says you should go if you want to find more family oriented anything. His story was horrific. As a matter of fact, the story that he told me of what he was going through with the women down there in the DR was actually worse, if not just as bad, as the stories that I hear right here on Homeland. And I'm only saying that to say, why do we put such a like fixed focus on the sisters? I don't get that part. Now, that's the part I don't get. Is it really just like the sisters, or do we not recognize by now, if you are a man of a certain age, he says he's in his 50s, and if you are experienced, then you should know. I'm sorry, 1 second, y'all. Yes, hello?
Yeah, hello?
Hey, what's going on, beloved? I'm on. Yeah, nah. I'm on live right this very second.
Okay. Just call me back then.
I'm gonna call you back. Okay, love. All right, so we have circumstances in which, you know, I have heard over and over again, money wise, nah, when you come from America and you go somewhere that they don't have no money at all, they want all that. You are the true American dream, even with your black behind. They don't care who it is. If you got an American citizen passport, you are looked at as a ticket out. So the fact is that whether it's women here, right, who want to gold dig or get the most expensive date, you know how much a green card costs? You know how much citizenship costs? You see? You know how much it costs to move to that country just to be around those women 24/7 now? That you eventually probably will get sick of just as much as the ones that you around here. They will eventually become normal to you. It won't be anything exotic or new at that point. But I just got sidetracked. Don't mind me. Let's get back to the story. I just get sick of niggas trying to shit on my sisters.
See, tonight you caught the other perspective to the first version that you saw me when I wanted to be on some humble and mature man integrity. See, because see, women nowadays, They don't want the nice guy. They don't want Ralph Transfont. They don't want Babyface. No. I can tell you last time I made love to Maxwell, but I can tell you last time I fucked a Lil Durk. Real talk. Here, let me tell you something right now. Don't let it fool you. Man, we play the game. Steve Harvey wrote a book for women to follow by. You know all what men did? We just became chameleons, started taking you to barbecues. Mama gonna lie. Oh, hell no. 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 Regardless, Big Granny been lying to us for years. They really don't like you. But see, you've been lying to these women.
Hold on, pause.
You've been lying.
Wait, hold on.
I on your ass tonight.
Hold on, pause. Now
I see you on that little show with Taja G.
Serious.
And you want to talk about these women. Let me tell you something, Kendra. Let me tell you something.
Serious. We can have a dialogue.
Okay, now I see it's turning up.
God have mercy upon us.
We can have a dialogue. I don't mind you disagreeing with some of the things that I've said. I don't mind hearing your perspective. But just like I gave you the courtesy to say what you had to say, you're gonna talk to me with respect, okay? So I can bring you back, but one thing that we are going to agree to on my platform, you're gonna talk to me with respect. You can disagree. You can do that. But you're going to talk to me with respect. I'm not going to allow you to talk to me in a disrespectful manner on my show. That won't be allowed. So are we on board? We on board? Okay, we're on board. Hold on. We're on board.
All right,
okay.
I apologize.
So now I'm going to give you the floor. In what ways have I been lying to women?
First of all, let me tell you something. When you go across your feed and your audience, you got a majority of these women asking for things they ain't never had in their life.
Say right there. How is that my fault?
It's not your fault, but you leave the perspective that it's okay to believe your own lie. You tell so many lies that they become truth.
Well, no, pause. What I do is, what I've always said, I give the platform. I created a platform for people to reach out if you fit that category. Okay. And hold on, I'm gonna let you continue. So there have been times when I have challenged. I'm gonna let you continue. Let me finish. Okay. I got you. There have been times when I have challenged women on their requests. I mean, everybody knows this and they have said it. I have challenged men. I have challenged women. But at the end of the day, the world is going to tell you what it is, because the guy's either going to reach out to you or the woman's going to reach out to you. So you can't say I'm lying to the women, because I'm just sharing my platform. Now, what do you want to say, Terrence?
I'm present. Teacher, do I have a right to speak now?
Yes. What do you want to say?
Let me tell you something about majority of your demographic people who are there. They ain't never been out of their 90-mile radius. They ain't never been subject, have been exposed to more than what they know out their 90-mile radius. Majority of people, when you watch your platform, women are here wishing upon.
I get where he is. I'm not saying that I disagree. All I'm saying is, bruh, look, we have something called social media now. And with social media, what that has done is that has expanded people's horizon all the way down to think about it. Most people may not have left their hometown, but they damn sure have dated multiple people who are not from their hometown. You get me? So, like, if we really think about it, I mean, I get what he's saying. You know, we for the most part, most people know what it is that they've been shown. Most people know what it is that they see. But with social media, I'm sorry, like, we're able to talk to people all over the world now. You're able to get a little taste and experience of a little bit of everything. Now, is it the true fullness of it? No, because you're just online, but you can damn sure get a good feel of what the energy and what the temperature's like outside. It's just like the news, right? How many times did you turn on the news to figure out what the weather was going to be before you stepped out your door? You went outside with a raincoat because you knew it was going to rain that day. You went outside in shorts because they said this should be 87 with an index of about feeling like 90. So you already know what it is. So the same concept can go into how we meet and how we see life. I've never been to Florida. I've never been to Atlanta. I've never been to quite a few states. I have been some places. I have traveled, but you know, I don't have the full perspective of it because I've never been there. But I got a good idea of some things because I know quite a few people from all of those places that I just named and some.
On a star for something they never had. The men who came in him have never had it, but now they want it. Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
So listen, I'm not gonna disagree with you wholeheartedly. I think
you got women on here talking about they want a man who made $250,000 when she barely made $65,000 before taxes.
But hold on, Barnes.
You got women who've been driving Hondas their entire life, don't even know what it costs to pay an oil change or get brakes for a foreign car.
Well,
my last 3 cars have been foreign cars.
Okay.
But
hold on, Tears, hold on. We have to have a dialogue. So you have to let. I know you've been drinking, so I'm trying to get.
Whoa.
Hold on.
All right. See, now that right there, you know what I'm saying? Come on, Kendra. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe the man is just very passionate. See, I don't like when we like to just throw. I have not seen him pick up not near one glass, put nothing towards his lips, if you get me. Real talk, like, I don't like when people just try to insinuate these things because you're passionate about something. You know something, there are some people, even if they have been drinking, they know how to go ahead and keep their composure. Now, I won't advocate for that a whole lot, if not at all, because yeah, we know that usually goes overboard. But the point is that there are people who actually, they just really feel passionate about what they say. And what's unfortunate is that whenever men are passionate about something, is always, for the most part, having to be attributed to something's wrong with them, in your feelings. Are you high? Are you on drugs? Do you take therapy? And it's like, sometimes it just can simply be, no, I'm just getting some shit off my chest and I'm just fine. Ain't nothing really wrong. I just want, I've been really waiting to say this right here. And I finally got an opportunity, and not just any opportunity, an opportunity on a huge platform such as yours, Kendra. Happy belated birthday, beloved. All right. I see you with your sombrero. But like, that's how, I kind of see that. Like, I get really sick of that. And I'm talking about for whoever it may be. I don't like when people just try to look at a circumstance when somebody is just truly being passionate and you want to flip that and make it seem like, nah, in order for me to not address what really is going on, I'm going to make up in my head what I think it could be. So I'm just going to say you drunk. I'm going to say you need therapy. I'm going to say that you're not healed yet. I'm going to then turn around and ask you, who hurt you? All of these things. And it's like, sometimes ain't none of those factors the case. Matter of fact, there are a lot more instances where it's not the case than it is. Some people just need somewhere to just talk and vent and get some shit off their chest. And you know what? That was my therapy. My therapy was I had a chance to finally speak it out and not be judged about it or looked at like I'm crazy. Because I was in a space where I could speak my mind and say what I had to say. You know what? I actually feel better. Do we ever think about that? And we just keep thinking, men just supposed to suppress and just hold everything in. The only reason why I say it's not realistic is because it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. How in the world did that move all the way over there? I have no clue. But let's go ahead and keep on listening. Let's rock out.
Terrence, listen.
Just because I had a bourbon or two.
Here's the deal. We can't talk over each other.
You're
so
right.
again,
I
I want to say
apologize.
this. I'm going to allow you to express yourself. There's no problem there. But we have to have this back and forth convo. So one thing you just said, as a man, you know, if a man has 250K, whether the woman has 65K or not.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to take that back now. He is drinking something. Okay. So maybe she does have a premise to say what she's saying. I am real quick to correct myself in a heartbeat. I will correct myself. Okay, cool beans. All right, bet. Let's go ahead and move forward. I will not address that anymore because he actually is drinking. I just didn't see it at first. Okay, let's go.
There's men who make more than that will wipe up a bottle girl who makes $20,000. So that money
Kendra,
equation that you just said doesn't really
I'm
align,
waving my
because
hand.
on the flip
I'm
side,
waving my hand.
I get women, that make 250K and feel as though because they make 250K, they deserve the man that makes 250K. And as a man, you should know.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, just from like body language and like psychological analysis, his antsiness, his like, I gotta get this out right now. I'm telling you, more than like, I guess like an immaturity or whatever, this is a prime example that is my main premise of a lot of men are stifled. Man, when we finally get the opportunity and we even feel like there is just somebody listening, oh my goodness gracious, we're gonna give you the woodworks. We're gonna give you it all. Y'all talking about spilling tea. Shoot. You ever dump out a whole coffee pot? It's a little different. Hits a little different with them black beans. All right. I know y'all like to spill tea, but we'll pour the whole coffee pot out. And I don't mean that in like a gossipy way. I mean that in the sense of like, men want to speak too. Men want to be heard. So I just want to make it clear. I personally, as a man, I'm recognizing him putting his hand up high, he is kind of twitching, moving around, looking up, everything. He's right now not listening to absorb. He's listening to respond, which is not a good thing in the discussion. But I will not take any credence away from the fact that I recognize why possibly it could be happening. Lord knows how long this man has been stifled. Let's keep on rocking out. Respect to you all.
No, a man with that kind of money is not always worried about the salary.
Yeah,
Terry, you just want to talk. Let's listen.
Exactly. I know. I get you, Kendra. I get you on that part. Nah, and but Kendra, it's a reason why the brother wants to talk. How long has it been since this man couldn't, or not couldn't, but felt as if he wasn't being heard? I'm going to keep saying that because it's so strong. It's so powerful. And y'all be surprised how much men would be a lot calmer and everything. Like a lot of things that y'all really ask for, like ladies, y'all can really tame the beast. You know, like that flute that you play for the cobra, or like that song you sing to the dragon, right? That belly rub for the K9, whatever you want to call it. It's something about your, yes, I'm saying it, feminine touch. There's something about the elegance of your voice when soft spoken. There's something about your hands when rubbing the shoulders and saying, it's all right, babe. You know, these little things are all factors that calms a man. I am clear as day looking at a man who has not been calmed in quite some time. Let's go ahead and keep on rocking out.
And you don't have to raise your hand. This is not classroom. What do you want to say?
Realistically, Kendra, let me tell you something. The most money I made in my life in these past years, I top it 140. I've never known anyone personally in my circle in my entire life who's made 250K.
Now, I want us to really peep game right now. I've never made over 100K, and I've never had to go on no show like this. I want us to really pay attention. This is a very, very prime example right here as to why money is not the be all end all. This man makes over 140K a year. There's no reason why, in my personal opinion, he should be on a Kendra show. He has no excuse unless he's just trying to build content, which I know is a couple. Shout out to y'all, no names needed, but there's a couple folks from these very spaces that we've all seen. Man, they just went over there to get some content up. I ain't mad at you about that shit. That's different, right? That is different, as one would say. But when it comes to this aspect of sheesh, man, this man makes well over 100K, right? A year, but he's still having a hard time. He's still having a hard time. What does that tell you right then and there? Okay. I'm not going to go into no specifics, but let's just say the least, I mean, talking about since I've been certified in my career, when I was at the height of it, the least that I made was about 65. The height of my career was around 82. All right, you do the math in between. Boom. I ain't never hit that type of number, and I ain't never even in my wildest dreams said to myself, I need to go on like an online dating show to find a woman. Never has clicked in my brain. I was making a punk ass 40,000 a year and couldn't keep them off of me. It is what it is. Let's keep on rocking out.
I know people who with masters and made six figures, they're married to a dual income. I've been dual income my entire I've had jobs where I made 85K. I have jobs where I made 90K. I have jobs where I made 50K and 60K. But when my wife was here, we made what we made. Been dual income my entire life. And together, we had the perfect life. People get on here and they hype up things that they never know about. I've been in these circles. I know people who are self-made. I don't have a running circle of people who made 250K. I got a great grade of quality friends from the military who's retired, them and their spouse.
I can't front. Now that's actually, believe it or not, and I'm not going on the brother, but I'm really starting to ask questions now. As a man who's never been anywhere near on that type of status level in life, and I ain't never had no issues like that. When it come to like getting a woman, keeping a woman a whole nine, I don't know. But anyway, I then start to think to myself, just like how a lot of us as guys, don't we, fellas, when it's like a real good looking woman, let's say like early 30s, no kids, great everything, she has her own everything, and she ain't got no man. I'm talking about considering she wants one. I'm not talking about the sisters who don't want a relationship, okay? Take them out. But, I was just wondering, like, yeah, what's going on? Something can't be right. It's no way somebody hasn't snatched you up yet. Now, I don't date men, obviously, but I am thinking to myself now, bruh, like if that's my homie and we sitting around a powwow, and he get to telling me all this, like, bruh, ever since I left the hood and came back, man, I make over 100,000 a year. My last 3 cars have been foreigns, all this other stuff. The very first thing that makes me say to ask him is, okay, so what's going on inside you? He's real good at articulating everything that he has. Like, let's be for real. Last 3 cars were foreigns, over 140K a year. His whole circle is nothing but rich niggas. I mean, according to today's social media standards, he should be a shoo-in. He should have his DM should be flooded. Why is he on Kendra G? His whole circle are wealthy people, apparently. His whole circle, all of them got foreigns. I'm pretty sure he's not the only one. His whole circle makes over 100K a year. But yet he's over here on Kendra. Let's keep going. All right. Let that sit. Let it sit. Now let's rock out.
They're living fabulous. they're living within their means. On an average day, if I want to go to Gucci and buy Gucci, fine. If I want to drive my BMW, fine. If I want to drive a Honda, fine. If I want to send my young adult children what I do every month to be a father, to assist them, not because they need it, there's a difference. You have women that come on this page with writings on the wall. No.
Bump all of that at this point, big dog. I can't even front. I don't even mean to be one of them. Bump all of that, big dog. I'm talking to you as a man. I don't know if ever you might hear this. Mr. Terrence, what's going on, T? Salute to you, Mr. Riley. Forget what the women doing. Forget what they got on their thing, page, whatever. We need to ask the $1 million question. How you got all of these accolades going on with you? Career, money, cars, home, everything. You've been married. What happened with the divorce? Now, I'm not going that deep, but I'm just saying, generally speaking, it's like the person who says, man, I can't find a job. But both of y'all live in the city and you see yourself while having 2 jobs. There are endless help wanted signs out. And you keep asking that person, hold on, bro, why you keep saying you can't find a job? There are too many help wanted signs out here. Why you can't find a job? What's going on with you? I don't want to hear they're not hiring. As in, I don't want to hear it ain't no good black women out here. I don't want to hear that shit. I want to know what's going on with you having 3 foreign cars back to back, as you know, said allegedly, right? I'm just sticking in the middle, as we do. Wink, wink. And I'm also thinking to myself, okay, so the money that you make. Now, the last time I checked, okay, Kendra, Kevin Samuels, all these other platforms, everything dealing with dating, we always talk about high value men. And I've always been one of those guys who have been very, very fascinated into wondering, how is it that high value has nothing to do with character? So since we want to go on the premise of what you actually have, how good you look, what you can obtain as far as tangibles, how many trinkets can you acquire, then fine. He has all the trinkets in the world. What is his problem? Is he making good points on how the society and facet of how dating goes and how it's some shit? Absolutely. I can't say nothing to that. But everything else, yeah, I got some questions. Let's keep on listening.
No curtains, bad furniture, bad hairdos, bad everything, bad baby daddies with men that they allowed to see them that know they wasn't shit. Now you want more. Let's be realistic. I walk right past you then all day. We ain't even gonna have the same kind.
Okay, so the women want more. Now you want more. You have more than enough and you still can't acquire the basics of what you say that you want. Let's keep going.
Conversation. We're not even in the same clubs. We're not even in the same stores. I've been shopping at the same top sales stores for the past 20 years. I'm not going to meet majority, 60% of people who's on your page who want this high income. First of all, I don't shop at City Trends. I don't shop at Target. We ain't even buying.
I would just like to say, I definitely love Target. Ain't a damn thing wrong with no Target. See, the problem is, even down to that mentality right there. Now throwing up the wallet. So now what he's doing is the one thing you don't want to do in any form of fashion of trying to obtain a relationship is lead with your wallet. Why? Because the only thing that you're going to basically attract are people who are looking at you as a wallet. So now you're going to be the same individual months, if not years down the line, talking about I'm tired of these women treating me like an ATM. Nigga, you laid with your wallet. What are you talking about? Let's get our minds right. Let's keep on rocking out.
We ain't even buying furniture the same. Okay. I stay in my tax bracket. But you entertain these women with unrealistic things.
Okay, now let me jump in.
Jump in.
Okay, respectfully so, your reality is your reality, right? I'm gonna take myself out. listen, now when you're gonna give me the respect because I gave you the respect.
Absolutely.
Now I'm gonna have to say, yeah, it's the alcohol, the impulsivity. Me myself personally, I know what those little moments are like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, all right, cool. But I also still give credence to the fact that he's been waiting. I can tell he's still been waiting to get all this off his chest. But I would say that the alcohol is not helping him maintain his manly stoicism. Let's keep going.
What you have to honor is your reality, and that is fair. I roll in a circle where you make more than 140K in a month. That's just the reality of what it is, right?
That's
so
your circle.
I say that to say there are.
I'm sorry. Just real quick, because you know what I'm saying. Apparently, Kendra had to flex on him real quick.
God have mercy upon us.
Are women who do well financially. Because they do well financially, they want a partner that does well financially. Now, I'm not even saying they're going to get that. And I'm going to agree with you. Here's the deal. I'm going to agree with you.
You know Harbor Freight for affordability.
I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep
on my show. But on the flip side, there's so much conversation about the women with unrealistic expectations. How come the men don't talk about the men that come on my show that also have unrealistic expectations? Because there's also men who request women that they will never get in a lifetime. And that's where I feel like it's not equal. There's delusional women on my show.
That makes me wonder, what really qualifies a person to be somebody out of a person's league? I'm talking about outside of character, right? Because there are characteristic qualities that definitely, you know, if you was raised on certain ethics and morals and boundaries and stuff, certain people are just not on that level, right? Now, maybe that's what she's speaking about. I'm not sure, but let me get it off mute because her face is crazy right now. Let's go.
So there's also an equal amount of delusional men who request women that they will never get, and I don't hear enough conversation about y'all talking about them.
Wait. Here's the reality for those delusional men that come on your show. I've been having sex with women since I've been 10 years old. I've dated top tier. I've dated.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Did he just say he'd been having sex since 10 years old?
Oh, hell no! 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 Oh, hell no!
I just want to know who raised you. Let's keep going.
Women who made high figures, women who made low figures, they all the same in America. They don't want to swipe their card. They want the man to do everything. Majority of those men, those are the guys who go to the strip clubs. I can count on one hand how many times in 51 years I've been to a strip club. If I lived in Atlanta, I wouldn't go to a strip club. I'm 51. I might be 80.
Well, considering the results that you're talking about and you being 51 on Kendra, it sounds like you might have stood a better chance going to the strip club.
Is it possible this story is true? Yes, it is. You're right. It's fact.
80 pounds overweight. My hairline might be receding. I didn't shave it. But
yeah, that's the alcohol right there. You're doing too much, big dog. You need to fall back. Look. Man, please take note, yo. Like, when it comes to like how you gonna get women, the first thing you want to do is keep yourself in a composed manner. All right. Like when you talking about getting women now, if you just like kicking this shit, having fun, and you don't even care, that's different. But like, I'm telling you right now, all that extra stuff, like you're just doing too much, right? Now, will you get some chicks to hit up your DM? Yeah, because you said the right numbers. But then I want you to think about it. Why are they there? Because of the numbers. And guess what? Those numbers can fluctuate. You know, the one thing that you have the fullest control of making sure it does nothing but grow, your character and personality and who you are as a person, your integrity, your morals and your standards and values in life, nobody can take that from you. No job can take away who you are. So when you lead with your wallet, that is something that can actually be fluctuated. When you lead with who you are, you get a better feel of if this individual really wants to mess with you and rock with you because you are you. And then you'll also get the aspect of, yeah, they only here because they heard 140K a year. Listen, even down to homeboys, you'll have like guy friends, so-called circles, that'll only rock with you because you can, afford to go to the cigarette bar with them. I mean, to the cigar club and stuff, right? Now, I understand when it comes to like maintaining a certain status, you don't want to be around certain people for certain reasons because you don't want to like pollute the waters. I get all of the nuances that come with why people do what they do because I've heard enough stories. My point is, what does character have to do with what it is that you make? What does character have to do with that? Let's go.
Let me tell you something. I tell young men, I tell old men, get a personality, make a woman laugh, have a sense of humor, have morals, values, and integrity. And obviously, yes, of course, having a bank account does help you. But at the end of the day, what is going to keep you loving that person? The money, when the money's gone, it's gone.
And I just said that. Exactly, bro. Now, mind y'all, I didn't watch this whole thing. I only caught a piece of it. All of this right here, I don't know what's being said. I'm freestyling. But like real talk though, exactly what it is that I just explained. When the money's gone, it's gone. You know what you still have when that money's gone? Your bond and your word and your track record and what everybody knows who you to be.
Period. Money ain't gonna keep nobody happy. We got the most richest people in this country getting divorced. If Bill Gates can't keep his wife happy, what do you think the motherfucker at UPS could do?
And if you are making over 140K a year and you got to come to Kendra G, what do you think possibly the average dude that's making 50K a year has to, like, come on, man. Like, yeah, we could put you in the same category because last time I checked, those who are making well over 100K a year are in something called a 10%. Let's keep on rocking out. And that's out of 100. Let's keep on going.
But the reality is, though, is morals, integrity, values. I express this to my own daughters on daily. My daughter is 25, beautiful, graduated college. And you know what I tell my daughters? Don't get fat and learn to control and turn the knob down on your fucking self-righteous woman independent shit. I tell them that wholeheartedly. 3 things. I was married for 20 years, and something that my wife never ever did, whether I was making this much money or this much money, she never beat me up. She was supportive in every aspect. When I came home, she greeted me with open arms, no matter how much money I made or how less I made.
Welcome to
Shoot, my bad. I was on mute. All right now. Respect to you.
Okay.
How are you? Are you
I'm
all
doing
right?
good. I'm good, alhamdulillah. Though. My day was alright though.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. So listen, this is how I kind of want to work the mode of the show. Um, do you want to say anything of what you've heard thus far? I see you've been very active in the chat. You know,
Yes.
is there anything you want to say so far? But listen, when I actually play the video, I want you to try to peep and pay attention, so that way it's not like a mix and I got to stop the video and so on and so forth. So I want you to get your words in, but I want to make sure that you let me know when you want to speak. Okay.
Okay. I'll
Uh,
pretty much let you know in the back, I guess, though, without you needing to, basically without me coming off mute. I'll just type it in the back letting you know. So then, you know when to. I got you though. I'll try.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, Riaz. And I'm gonna go ahead and push play on the video. And trust and believe, I will be looking in the back for your comments. And I got you. Whenever you want to speak, I'll go ahead and pull you on. Okay.
Okay. Wait, but I feel like though before we play the video, I want to speak on so far from what I've heard though before we go any further. Because
Okay.
I feel okay, so based off what I've heard, okay, I get it though. He's saying stuff based off his experience, but also there's a part of me that just believes he's just projecting though, man. Now look, I'm balanced on both sides. I can see where he's getting at, but at the same time, though, has he actually ever thought about is he responsible for who he's chosen or any self accountability though? Because the way he comes across as a guy who's projecting, That's just what it comes across to me, though. I'm a firm believer of basically what you put out is what you get back. What goes around comes around as well. He put that energy out there, and he's the one who received it back to him. That's just based off, the way he comes across, the way he speaks, and literally, though, in the show as well, though, literally, she had to put him in the back because he was not showing any respect to the host. Though. Okay, I get it. He wanted to say what he wanted to say, but he was not respecting the host like that. Okay, I get it. She understands, okay, he's got to say what he got to say, but where's the respect, man? This is her platform, her show. She runs things a certain way, and she don't mind if someone's honest, but there's a way of delivering it, though, to her, though, which is not disrespectful. And that's just how he comes across to me, based the way he speaks and his tone, though, to be honest, though. Anyways, we can continue.
All right. And with that being said, thank you for giving your side of the story, Riyadh.
Is it possible this story is true? Yes, it is.
You're right. It's fact.
He lost a sense of integrity and morals and values and put it on bullshit. Most of your clients on this page here, they never grew up shopping at Gucci, Louis, driving BMWs. They were driving Chevrolets and Hondas. Now they get money. Now they think everyone should fall in line. They're lying to themselves. Be truth with yourself. I got a BMW outside right now. I got to put it in the shop. It's going to cost me $8,500 to get it fixed. But I got my point A to point B.
You know how many women I've gotten, and I'm just saying this briefly, Riaz, and I'm going to push play. You know how many women I've gotten in a Toyota Corolla? Like, listen, this whole thing of like, I got to let you know what kind of whip car. I mean, I can't say it enough. It's about you as a person who actually gets it when it comes to who you are, how you step in the room. I absolutely have had more experiences just on the humble, not doing I wasn't dressed no kind of real fancy way. Was I looking dirty? No, absolutely not. But I mean, I wasn't like decked down, wasn't a whole bunch of fancy stuff going on. But you know what I stepped out that car with? My energy and my aura. We can step aside from that if we want to. I promise you, only lame niggas is going to buck back at that. The men who really know what I'm speaking about, where it's like, bruh, I swear I know. It's just my essence. It's just my aura. It's just the way I present myself when I'm around the ladies. I don't have to do all the extra stuff. And when I do the extra stuff, I really kill it. So then that makes me kind of not want to do it as much, because I don't want a whole bunch of niggas on some hater stuff. And I mean that in the sense of making myself a target. That's a real thing too, but that's a whole nother story. With that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. We're going to get back to the video real quick. Do you want to say something real quick, Riaz?
Sure. I kind of agree with, based on what you said, you are correct though. You know, his energy, his aura, his vibe, all of that though is the reason for his results, and the way he, you know, how he explains everything and all of that is making him, you know, like this. And this is why he's projecting though, as it feels like projection of his own failure, and you know how he feels inside, because he himself though deep down inside cannot not come to terms with his own failure as well. And I kind of agree with you. You know, when I was in school though, when I was like 14 in school, basically I didn't need to do anything though. The girls naturally came to me. I was really nice, I was kind, and I had a good aura, good positive energy, and my soul was positive from then to now. And basically in that time, no. And the way I looked also, that just naturally attracted the girls to me. I didn't have to say anything or do anything. I wasn't thinking about dating at that time. I was just thinking about we could just be good friends though, like, you know, chill out, we could be good friends and all of that. But that just naturally happened though. And I was honest with my intentions when they did that though. So they respected me for being honest, and I told them no in a way they understood. So, you know, not bad.
All right. So with that being said, I have not a damn thing to say about your looks, sir. But I will say I can recognize and adapt to, and identify with the personality and aura aspect. I got you on that one. Let's rock out.
The Honda that's paid for. I get back and forth there. Bringing $8,500 a month. How many people on your line right now say they bring in $8,500 a month? And I only work 6 months out the year if I want to.
I would say
there's a difference. See, they want to live in the.
Bruh, you saying all of this, I get you, but your results are nothing because you want Kendra. Listen, the very people that you like trying to stun on right now, the very people looking at you and saying to them very selves, then why you can't get nobody? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I'm real like back and forth with this whole thing. I get him. He's using what he has, but we also have to recognize, generally speaking, when a man keeps on speaking in this manner, it's because it ain't no real depth. I mean, he's the guy, he knows how to look good and everything else. Now, let's be for real. There are plenty of women that don't care about a man that's all deep and has depth and, you know, a personality like that and everything else. There are a lot of women that are like that, right? But like overall, I'm just making it clear that I realize what he's doing is compensating. He's basically up here saying, look, to decode the message, I ain't really got too much going on with me, but I can pay for some shit. And, you know, I got some nice cars. All right. So if you want to take a vacation and if you want to look fly, I got you. Now, when it comes to like actual like problem solving in a relationship, who knows? I might not be that one. When it comes to actually being able to be that guy to listen to you when you need somebody to listen to you after that long day of work, I might not be that guy. You know, all of those things that we all know that you look for, like the acknowledgement, I might not be that guy. I mean, I can make it appear to be that I can court you good simply because, you know, I can, you know, have us look fly when we pull up, and, you know, I can pay for us to go to somewhere really, really nice. But when it comes to like me, I'm gonna just let you know right now, it's really not too much inside of here. It ain't that much there. And you need to recognize that it ain't that much there. So you're gonna have to make a trade-off on this one. All right. If you want a good time, and if you just want to go ahead and do that, boom, I got you. Now, if you actually, as you say in your posts, your memes, and everything else online, looking for true love, and you always posting couples and wedding moments and all of this other fluffy stuff, then I'm really probably not the best option for that. I can give us the appearance of it, but am I capable truly of, like having that be on the back end of things, something that is significant in your life? I might not be your guy. Let's keep on rocking out.
Reality is not true.
Well, this is what I will say, Terrence. There are some things that you're saying that I do agree with. And the thing I agree with the most is the integrity and the character. And I also stand on that there's just not enough men to go around for the type of man
there's
that
enough. There's enough.
Hold on, Terrence,
men.
you're not gonna overtalk me because when you talk.
All right.
Okay. I do stand on, and I agree with you. There's not enough type of guy, that one type of guy for every woman that desires him. And I also think that a lot of women that desires this guy that makes a certain amount of money, I emotionally feel as though they never dated it, because if they did date it, they would know what comes along with it, and it comes along with a lot. Absolutely. I think that I can agree with you. Social media has changed the bar. People are watching other people's relationships. I say this all the time. It's just the highlight reel. You have no idea what she's dealing with, what she went through, what they went through. Terrence, you can talk once I'm done. Right. So I agree with you in that manner that the game has changed and there are unrealistic expectations. But the great thing about my show is the reality will tell you. I put yourself out there, and if the request is out there, and if it comes calling, then you know your answer. If it doesn't come calling, then you know your answer. So I don't stand on the fact of me lying, but there's one thing I do want to say to this. We could say there's not enough men, right, for there's not enough type of guy for the woman that wants that guy, right? I think we agree with that, right? The type of guy that most women are requesting, there aren't enough. Do you agree with that, Terrence?
No, I don't, because here's the thing.
Hold on, pause. Okay, so you're saying that every woman that wants a man that makes $100K or more, handsome, great sex, there's enough of that guy to go to every woman?
Here's the thing. The woman who's requesting a $100K man, she ain't never made $100K. So how you requesting something you ain't never had?
No, I disagree with that, because there's women that
do
make that.
I've been on this earth 51 years. Let me tell you something. I've worked and I have an exceptional career my entire life. And the majority of your audience, if you had 100 of them in the room, I promise you, 60 of them have.
I ain't gonna use the term hurt. I'm gonna just say, like, cuz really still going through some I'm taking the time to sit here and just, I want to make sure I listen to him thoroughly. I'm listening thoroughly. He going through it. He going through it in his head. He don't rest well. And I know what that's like.
Never been in a room making 100K. What it is they need to be reality. Here's the thing. When you combine two people together who make 50 and 60 together, you're at 110. You take 20% of taxes out of that, you're at 98. If you're living your means, you got one child or two child, you're doing exceptionally well. You know how I know this? It's because that's been my entire life.
But Terrence, listen, I have to say this. Your reality is your reality. You cannot speak for everybody's reality.
But see, here's the thing. What I can speak on is people who don't even eat at 5-star restaurants. I've been at 5-star restaurants since I've been 25. I'm now 51.
But I will say this, though. I want to say this. There's a majority.
And that's the part that you not realizing, big dog, is the most embarrassing part. You 51 on Kendra G.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
That's not a flex, my nigga.
You're talking about that exists.
Let me say this. It cancels out the flex. Let's keep going.
But there are women who, and because they live this lifestyle in their bank accounts, that's why they want a partner equal. There are women who are making 100K or more, and they're living that lifestyle. Like, that is a true fact.
The ones who's on your show with 5 and 6 kids, with 5 and 6 baby daddies, who ain't never made that money. Now they want a guy to make 6 figures. Them ain't the ones I'm talking about.
Okay,
Now
but
you got a 2%. 2% or 3% women who come on your show who's making that. The other 75%, they working at Verizon, Target. They're not exceptional. With 5, 6 babies, 6 of them. Them ones right there with no curtains in the back, living in the basic apartments.
Let me ask you this question. So the woman that does make $100K or more, do you say she deserves a man that makes that or more?
See, you want to put a price on what
No, you put the
person
price.
makes.
I'm asking you a question right now. I'm asking you a direct question because you're speaking a lot about the women who you say don't make $100K. So now I'm trying to get your opinion.
Let me tell you something. If you put a price,
Terrence, you gotta learn respect. Now I'm not gonna say it too many more times. When you talk, I allow you to talk on my platform. Now the question is,
Yeah, T going through it. You know what I'm saying? Respectable. Yeah, he going through it. You know, he is. He's going through it in his head and everything else. What do you have briefly, Riaz, as we wind this video down? So I'm gonna let you play out.
Okay. Well, briefly that I caught while listening to his brother is when he mentioned his age 51. That is pretty much sad though. You know, it's also sad as well. Not him being single and he's doing this thing at 51. That's one thing. But man, he's 51 and I'm more mature than him at 23. And that's even sad, man. You know, I'm not saying no age. Not everyone who's that age is mature, but damn, straight like, you know, like he's stuck in time or something like that. Like, you know, he's got deep-rooted problems and stuff like that. And literally, she had to check him multiple times for not just showing the proper respect, but for over-talking and stuff like that. I get he want to say what he needs to say, but man, over-talking part, that's what got me. Now we can continue.
All right, and with that being said, let's play the video.
if a woman makes $150K or more, do you think that woman deserves a man that makes $150K or more?
I think she deserves a man who's going to love her with morals, values, and integrity. You can't put a price on that.
Okay, so then why do you keep bringing up that this woman doesn't make that, so she shouldn't ask for that? Because that's what you're saying.
Because when you come into there, when you got 6 and 5 basket little kids, from 5, 6 little different baby daddies who ain't never did nothing but penitentiary time, sell drugs, and be gangbangers. Don't come to me now and you want to find your Russell Wilson. You passed up on the Russell Wilsons. Now later in life, now you want the Russell Wilsons.
Okay, well,
one
last question.
Here, respectfully, most men who of integrity and value in life, they don't care what women make. They don't. I signed my check over to my woman. My woman told me when to spend, when not to spend. It ain't about money for men. This is real talk. You know, this is before Kevin Samuels. It's not about the dollar. See, women make it about the dollar. Men want a woman to come home that says peace and is happy, and she's happy to see that. See, a woman could get up and leave and say, I don't want to be here no more. A man will love that woman wholeheartedly, whether she's big, thin, tall, hair loss or not. Women don't do that for men.
Let me jump in.
There's a difference.
And I kind of
Kendra, are you married yet? Are you married yet?
Terrence.
Are you married yet?
Terrence. Terrence. Now, let me.
I just asked if you was engaged yet. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get the company on my side.
Let's what is that?
Frosty, that's why you only get one chance to cross me.
Anything. What's the point you're trying to make?
Truth be told, Kendra,
yeah, I can.
A single person can never tell married people what they go through because you've been single your entire life.
I'm not trying to tell. First of all, the show is okay. I'm happy you said that. The show is called Singles. It's not called Married.
I know. I'm hoping to be married.
I don't host the show for married people.
You know what, Kendra? I lied. I'll take 5 children. I'll be a great stepdaddy.
I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Same children.
Kendra, I'm sorry.
No, Terrence. I'm trying to work with you because
No, I'm
I want you
joking.
to
Respectfully.
no, you're fine. Nothing you say offends me. For all the married comments.
Nah, he alright. He just this one. I'm like, you gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, bruh. Like he might look at it. He probably, I mean, because I know it's old enough now, but yeah, that's one of them. Like you wake up the next day, be like, what the fuck was I doing? Now, I am very, very thankful that I don't have instances where I say I don't know what I was thinking or doing. Other people may say that, but nah, there are times where I know I have to bring out a certain animal when it comes to being attacked. But this right here is a clear example of just the lack of awareness and being able to read the room. Plus, we also know when we dealing with folks that's really not used to being in the public eye. You know, when you're just like, I'm gonna be real with you, like, believe it or not, y'all, like it's a certain amount of, and I'm still learning that myself. I'm not all the way there yet. I'm not, but I so recognize the art of detach from being yourself completely online, believe it or not. And I'm talking about that as far as image wise and how people view you. When you're trying to get a certain message out and across, all of that, I'm just being real. You'd be surprised how many folks it's like, I ain't even trying to hear nothing else. I'm just, you know, it is what it is. But respect to those who decide to just keep it real. But I also remember once upon a time, Brother Chappelle said, when keeping it real goes wrong.
Oh, hell no.
My show is created for single people. It's called Singles. I never said I was giving advice.
Why
for
is
people.
our culture?
Hold on, don't
culture?
overtalk me. Don't overtalk me.
All right.
And don't worry about if I'm gonna get married. You're not in that tax bracket, baby. Okay?
Oh.
Don't worry about that. This is a business over here. Because guess what? Are you saying? Let me ask you a question. Would you say 50 Cent should be married?
50 Cent?
Yeah.
The rapper drug dealer who turned.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, you know, she's not talking about the actual, like, you know what I'm saying, $50. Like, come on, bro.
Business minded like
Do
this.
you think he should be a married man?
No, because he's
Why not?
smart. Because
Why
he's
not?
smart.
Tell me why. Okay, tell me why.
He has nothing to gain by marrying any woman.
Okay,
Just like a
Horrible advice. Jeez, we give the most worst advice in the world. This is crazy right now. Absolutely nuts. He said he hasn't. So basically, again, but you know something? I'm not surprised, because when you're talking to a man who leads with his wallet, what else do you think he's going to listen? If he leads with the wallet, he's going to respond with the wallet. All right. So I got him. But if you think for a moment, yo, he must not know like the lonely, wealthy, suicide rates, so on and so forth. He must not know how many wealthy people like really, really realize that they got everything around them. And a lot of people come to the conclusion that is something that I do want. And that is basically companionship. Now, whether you want to call it a wife or not, partner, whatever, I call it companionship, right? Somebody to walk this life through with. That is absolutely enormous to the human psyche, period. We can try to like be modern to the point where we ignore that all we want. Nah, it's some real everybody wants to come home to a hug. Them kids gonna leave one day. Everybody wants to come home to a hug now. Come on now.
A man like me, I have nothing to gain by marrying any woman. It's a choice to honestly choose her to be my life companion. If he married anyone, it's for companionship. She, at the end of the day, he done did the hard part. Men, we done did the hard part. Women always, they lead with what? Provider. It's not about, oh, is this man gonna love me when I'm fucking 40 pounds overweight and I got alopecia and I'm losing my hair and I don't know how to boil water.
Now, if you went into the relationship under the principles or the, the premise, should I say, of trying to make sure that we look good all the time. If you went into the relationship under the premise of not recognizing, you know what, because I don't know, maybe this comes with like the older you get, right? I actually do have this vision at this point where I can't even front. I do. I'll look at a woman that I'm dating and I'll look at her body type, skin, everything, hair, all of that. And I look at the vitality, the vitality and the health factors of, how long possibly will me and her be around? I actually look at if we were to have kids, are they going to come out healthy? That's something like dudes, like it ain't about like, do you got good hair, rabbit ears, right? Black people, rabbit ears, or, would the eyes be pretty? Okay, now I'm actually at the aspect of if we were to actually live together, what is your living habits like? If I'm actually thinking about spending the rest of my life with you, what does that look like? And how long possibly will you be here with me, considering your diet? Yes, that's a big thing. Your diet, all of that, like me and the way that I eat. And I'm talking about balanced, not the most healthiest, balanced. I don't really believe I can be with somebody who has an off-balance diet. I can't be with somebody who just does not understand what it's like to know. We need fruits and vegetables in our system too. I could not be with somebody who's not a water drinker. Why? Because the only thing I'm thinking about, not to judge that person, is how long you going to be around and how much pressure are you about to put me under once I'm madly and deeply in love with you and now your health is declined simply because you chose not to keep it in order. So my point in saying what I'm saying is that lifestyle, when it comes to mental, physical, and spiritual, is extremely important. Do we need to have everything in common? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I prefer we not, because I don't want you trying to follow me around doing every damn thing, talking about some I like this too. Some things I just want to do by myself, and you should have some things you want to do by yourself. And a lot of these things is what we call absence makes the heart grow fonder. So after you done with your day, I got you. And after I'm done with my day, man, we come back. You know what? You got so much to tell me. It's so much for us to talk about. I've been out doing things. It's so much for me to tell you. So now that we sitting at the dinner table, right? Or now that we're on the phone, if that's the circumstance, we have so much that we can say to one another. And that's what makes it beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. Let's keep on going.
You think 50 Cent need a wife? Please, he can go to Mama Sound like I did tonight for $130 and be happy. I got a great massage. I can go twice a week and be happy. Married for what?
Okay, pause right there. I'm happy. Now respectfully, so hear me out.
Respectfully.
Okay, so when a woman is financially blessed and also has assets, why would you say she needs to be married and align her assets with somebody that makes less money that could potentially try to take her assets one day? So men give courtesy to other men when they're extremely successful and have a certain bank account and have built businesses. But when a woman shows up and also has assets, a certain bank account, all of a sudden they want to try to say, why ain't you married? They don't give her the same courtesy because a lot of men just don't respect women in that space.
Do you believe, Riaz, to give you the floor briefly, do you believe that most men respect women? I don't know. What is your view on that? All right. And then after that, do you believe that you respect women the way women want to be respected? Just to see.
Okay. So probably first part, but to me, everyone else is different though. Everyone's different because there's many people in this world and I'm not going to know everyone's anecdotal experience. Everyone experiences life differently. Everyone's going to behave differently. Everyone's going to move differently. Some respect, some don't respect. Me personally though, I respect women though. And I'm more like balanced though. I see it on both sides. I'm going to hold both sides accountable because I've observed how both sides, move, how they behave and what they do, both sides though,
Right.
So both is responsible, both is accountable no matter what. That's how I view it. And also though, when you mention about, like people who's rich and stuff like that and how they feel and stuff like that. Yeah, you have a point though. Most of them, with the ones with a lot of money are really empty inside. They're depressed though. Like basically you and me is basically more free than them in some way. And I ain't hating, I ain't hating though. I ain't hating though. Or, slander or hate, no. I'm just keeping it real though. Because in some way, in some aspect, yes, they're more well off than us. But in some way, we kind of have something that they wish they had. Not basically though, how we basically live our life. That's one thing. But they just probably wish, the type of lifestyle that we've got, We're a bit more happy than them to a certain extent. And I mean that with full respect, man. I mean, finances do matter to a certain extent. I agree with it. But they just probably feel something inside is missing because they have everything, but they feel like something's missing.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, Riaz. And I always want to make sure that you get a chance to get your piece in too, Brody. All right. We all here to speak our minds. We all here to speak our minds. All right. Let's go ahead and rock out with the rest of the video before we end the show.
Just like it's not wise for 50 Cent to be married, it's also not wise for a lot of women who are doing extremely well and run companies to align their assets in marriage as well.
Can I go? Can I go? Hey, Halle Berry, I'm 51. Halle Berry, the baddest woman ever.
And she's not married to her boyfriend.
What? Shush. Hear me out
no,
right now.
Shush. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. You're not going to shush me. Now, I already told you, I didn't mind the dialogue. But what we're not going to do is not going to shush me. And I'm happy you brought up Halle Berry because Halle Berry is in a long-term committed relationship without marriage because she got too much to lose to be married and align her assets to her long-term current boyfriend. It makes a lot of sense. And I always use the 50 Cent analogy because this is what men do. Men always want to try to talk about women of my stature, of why you not married. Baby, don't worry about it. Okay, our bank accounts ain't the same. I know what you make in a year. I'm humbly going to just leave it right there. And it's not about money, just like you said with 50 Cent, it's about being intelligent. And it's not intelligent when you run a company to align your assets with somebody who makes less than you. It's just not. And men will get that when we're talking about a man. But they don't get that when you're talking about a woman. Doesn't mean you can't have life companionship like Oprah. Doesn't mean you can't have life companionship like Halle Berry. Doesn't mean you can't have life companionship like Rihanna. But it makes no sense for any of those women to get married. And if all those women were men will agree with what we're saying. But what's happening is, there's some things, Terrence, that I agree.
Kendra, I don't know who them niggas are. But okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just hold on. Yeah. Okay. I got you. I don't know who them guys are, Kendra, but saying that they would be just fine. We good with that. Like, I hear you.
Agree with. But there's just a non-respect for women. That's just what it comes down to. There's just men who do not respect women and they get irritated by women, and it is what it is. But I one thing I wanted to.
So, without me saying, there are women that don't respect men just as equally, purposely attack men, purposely look at every last one of us like we ain't shit. I would beg to differ to say, I've just recognized that people don't respect people anymore. And that's why I keep saying that. And it's like, folks don't like when you say that. A lot of my fellas don't like when I say that because they're like, nah, Smitty, you supposed to be saying these women is some shit. I ain't about to do that. Then I got my sisters on the other side saying, nah, Smitty, come on now. You know, you supposed to be saying, oh, these niggas need to go ahead and fix their shit. And I'm not about to do that. What I recognize is that life is of equilibrium. Just like planet Earth rotates around the sun. Just how it rotates around the sun, okay? The fact is that everything in life has to have a balance. Your diet must have a balance. Your lifestyle must have a balance. Too much alone, too much around people, right? Your life must have a balance. You know how we back in the day they said what? All work and no play. Do you know what the meaning of that was? It didn't mean go play. It means that if you work too much and never relax yourself, you have subtracted yourself from the balance of your own personal life. You have removed yourself from balance. All right, let's keep going. Let's get through this video.
To say to Terrence, but the shush, I don't know if I can bring back on the stage because you can't shush me on my show, is if there's so many women walking this planet and you have so many options, then why are you still searching?
At Support Bats, we provide
I will agree to that. That's not your excuse as a man. There's plenty of women to choose from. So why can't you close the deal since you have so many women to choose from? This rhetoric that men put out there that the world is of their oasis, they have all the options, then why are you single? It doesn't make sense. You have too many women to choose from to not be single. We will agree that women don't have the same benefit. So if men are truly all that, and they got all the options in the world, then what's the problem? I'm just confused. Child. I don't mind anybody expressing their differences of their opinion on my platform, but what you have to always remember, all that shit you talking, you on a woman's platform. Don't nobody know you until you call me. Now all you men feel like y'all everything. Talk about some, Kendra, why don't you ain't got no kids? I got a lot of bitch ass kids running the internet right now. All y'all my kids. Let me talk my shit for a second. Y'all are my kids. Cause I need me.
Okay. So, Riaz, do you have any final words? I mean, final thoughts. I said that like I ain't mean to word it like that. My bad.
That's all right. I already knew what you meant.
Real quick. Real quick. My bad. Let me go ahead and give Kendra definitely her flowers for bringing the ultimate version of
Black Air Force energy.
Go ahead, Reyes. What are your final thoughts before we cut loose?
My final thought is though the guy is projecting and I'm seeing it balanced. I get, what she's saying, the way she's saying it though, is because, the way that guy was speaking and that type of energy he brought. I don't blame, I'll be real with you, her as the host and stuff like that, having to tolerate with him, keep doing that though. Half the time, I don't blame her for doing that, man. Literally, he got her in her feelings though, and I don't blame her though. And also though, he's wondering why he got what he got. because he don't understand that basically we're conscious and subconscious beings. So whatever you manifest, or so what you put out is what you get back, because what you subconsciously manifest here is going to become your reality. He put that energy out there and he got what he attracted, because the energy, the people can feel you, and also the females, the ladies basically around him, right? Basically that energy he puts out, you know, the way he talks, behaves and all of that. And he, you know what he leads with, right? That type of energy, right? Basically attracts the type that comes to him, and he's mad about what he chose though, and he cannot accept his failure though. And you know, when she brought up the 50 Cent example, yeah, she got a point on that, man. I'll give her that though, because look, I get that 50 ain't mad though, but you have to be honest though, whether people like 50 or not, the man is smart though, literally, when it comes to business and all of that. 50 could have been married though. It's just that, you know, he's just focused on him though. And, you know, he's just trying to find the right one. But, you know, it's just what happens though. And 50 understands that though. And that's why 50 is on a higher level. And basically he's not there yet. And I ain't hating on him. I ain't slandering, hating. I ain't trying to put him down and put 50 up. Nah, man. That's just based off like what I see and what type of position he's in and what, you know, 50 in, man. And that's kind of real, though.
Nah,
Okay.
I appreciate you for that, Riaz. Thank you very much. So,
Anyway, so
all
the
day in
last words I've got to say, though, finally, to complete all of that off, though, is basically to everyone else is to please leave a like, a comment, share, and also connect to the host. Also connect to me as well, because I'm doing my thing too, though, and basically help both of us grow, inshallah, and basically, inshallah, help us both grow and keep doing our thing, though. So, yeah. Pretty much everyone to replay though as well. Make sure to do your research before you take anything out this video / stream or whatever. Make sure to do your research first, and also basically, you know, check the replay and actually get full context before you take anything out of that. No misinformation will be taken, no slander or misinformation will be taken out of it. Do research first before you take that. Khalas, I'm done.
All right. I appreciate you very much, Riaz. And with that being said, we are going to jam out. Respect to the family.
I digress. My mic is muted.
My mic is muted.
Taking places you never seen. You couldn't picture this in your wild